Right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Welcome, my name is Amelia and this is another tutorial for the thesisvideotutorials.com site. Today we are going to go through setting up a website for the first time. So this is for people who have yet to set up their own website. So it's including items such as creating a URL and a web hosting account, and that's what we're going to go through today. So if you have not done either of those things, this tutorial is for you. So with creating a website, first thing we're going to need is a domain name, and this is pretty much the address of your website. So you'll see here for dreamhost.com, it's www.dreamhost.com. That is their address. It's kind of like when people say, where do you live? You give them your street address. It's exactly the same with a website. So it's the internet version of your street address. The second thing you need is a web hosting account. So this is say if you're building a house for the first time, this would be the block of land that you're building it on. So you need that block of land to put the house on as well as the address. So this is very similar in terms of the web hosting account, is where you're going to be putting your website, and your domain name or your URL is the address of that website. So they're the two things that we need. Now, I use Dreamhost for both of these. So for domain name and for web hosting, I use Dreamhost. I've been with Dreamhost for 3 years now. I think I've had to contact them once, and they've got great customer support. They are very responsive. They are known for their WordPress hosting, as you can see here, and they are very popular, and there are some great reviews out there. Do a Google search if you want. Look for some other ones. There's HostGator, there's GoDaddy, there's Bluehost. So they're probably the three other main ones. But go and research if you want to. I use Dreamhost, and that is what I'm going to be using in this tutorial. So now with Dreamhost, I like this little feature here, the 2-week free trial, and you do get a domain name with that, or you can register a domain name. There are a couple of conditions around that. When you've finished your 2-week free trial, you will then go onto your hosting plan that you select when you sign up. When you sign up, you'll actually be charged for your domain name, and I think it's $9.95 is for the domain name. When you start your web hosting account, like when you start paying for your web hosting after that 2-week free trial, you'll be credited back that $10 or that $9.95. So if you go through your 2-week free trial and you decide that Dreamhost is not for you, you can walk away from it, and all you've spent is $9.95 on a domain name. Otherwise, after 2 weeks, start on your hosting plan and you get that $10 back. Now it does, for the free trial, you do need to either purchase 1 year's worth of hosting and at a prepaid, so it's not a monthly installment, or you can grab 2 years. I always grab 2 years because it's just cheaper in the long run, and it's out of mind, or out of sight, out of mind kind of thing. So totally up to yourself, but hey, you get a 2-week free trial, it will cost you $10. I think that's a pretty good deal to at least have a go. So let's go through the sign up process. If I could spell. It's pretty early here in the morning, so I apologise if I'm a bit spaced out because I'm still trying to wake up. I'm having my first coffee for the day. So put in a password and click Start Now, and this will take us to the next page where we can select to either get a new domain name, or we go with them with an existing domain name that you've possibly already purchased. Excellent. I told you I wasn't awake. Okay, so now we are on the page where we can register a new domain. So we just make sure that this box or this little radio button is clicked. You can then just, if you already have a domain name, you can click that particular radio button and you can just type in your domain name that you've registered and click continue. But we are in the process of setting up both domain name and web hosting, so we are going to use this option. Now it does state here that .com, .net, .org and .info domain names are free if you don't cancel the hosting plan. So that means that you'll be credited back that $9.95. If you choose to use a different top-level domain name, then there will be a charge for it. It's because they are more expensive, and yeah, they can't give it to you for the $9.95. So let's do a bit of a test. Which I could spell. So I'm going to try mylittle-itty-bitty-business.com. Now if you select on this drop down here, you'll see all these different others. So things like a .me, that is a top level domain name, and they can't give it to you for the $9.95. So you've got all these different ones. So they're the ones that are outside of that, but we're just going to try a .com. So let's press continue and go to the next page. So now here's where we get to pick the free, our web hosting plan. Now by default it's got your, it goes to a 1 year prepaid, which is $119.40 all up. So once you go through that 2-week free trial, you will then be charged $119.40, and you have got web hosting for a whole year. I prefer the prepaid option rather than go by month, because at least then it's all there and done. You don't have to worry about it, and if you forget to pay, they're not going to penalize you. So that's probably why I like this. I actually do a 2 years prepaid, and yes, it is a small investment, but it actually works out cheaper in the end than going through 1 year. So totally up to you and what you can afford. But I mean, hey, look, it's a free trial and you pay $10 for the domain name if you walk away, so why not have a go now? So that's where we choose that, and we'll click continue. And we'll go to the next page, and this is probably about as far as I'm going to be able to go because I already have hosting with Dreamhost. So this will take you through the billing process and your credit card details. So you'll put in your billing address, you'll put in your credit card, and it'll take you through the finalization of your account details. So I'll leave that with you to go through the rest of it. When you have completed your sign up, you will receive a couple of emails from Dreamhost, and you will need those emails. They've got some vital information on there, including some username details. So I'm going to leave this video here, and in the next video we're going to go through setting up the framework for then installing WordPress. So I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye.